Hi and welcome to WWE Girl Talk. I'm Coral.
I'm Ashley.
Right now we're doing NXT from the 23rd of August all the way, let me look at my notes, all the way to, it was the 20th of September, so it's about a month's worth of NXT.
Lovely.
It's like 5 episodes. So we may get food delivered halfway through this. Shouldn't do, but you know. Alright, so we started off with Noe Jose being attacked by Lars Sullivan. Basically the episode on the 23rd had so much like shit from Takeover that there was literally like 3 matches and they weren't very long at all. It was actually quite good for Noe Jose. Got the whole crowd like dancing. There was blatantly people they'd hired to come out the crowd and be like but it was really good, and then literally he just gets attacked from behind when he's dancing. And then basically the whole women's division pretty much centres around Peyton Royce and Billie Kay this little quarter of the year. So Peyton Royce go against Sarah Logan. She had country music and dresses like Lara Croft. It made no sense. And then she had like a fluffy like jump with. I don't understand. Half like a cave woman, half
Confused
like Lara
character there.
Yeah, she had no like. Yeah, she wasn't good. Basically, she made Peyton Royce look good. To put it that way.
Right, okay, got
it. So yeah, I mean it was nothing special. And Peyton dominated most of the match and just threw her around. So as you do.
Is Billie Kay injured? I feel like she doesn't do anything.
No, she does do in about 3 weeks after this, she does a handicap match with Ruby Riott.
Oh.
Yeah, her and Peyton opposite Ruby Riott. I quite like that match, I'll tell you why in a bit. So, then we have Pete Dunne and Wolfgang, stupid name, versus Tyler Bates and Trent, I can't remember his last name now. Scribbled it really small, but apparently Trent trained Tyler Bates.
Oh,
and at first I was like, he doesn't look old enough to like train him, but then you get close up and he's got like greys in his hair and stuff. He's old.
Got it.
So yeah, he's kind of latching onto his fame.
Yeah, it's like I trained you, so let me be famous because of you. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I watched most of the match, but I did fall asleep and had to rewatch it again, so I don't actually know what happened. So then we go to the 30th of August. Basically it opens up doesn't even really, it just has the opening and then it opens up and there's just cameras and there's people from Sanity lying outside a car, security like everywhere, because someone has attacked the superstars. And William Regal's come out and like, oh no, someone's attacked the superstars. And he's like, oh, who's done this? And then we cut to Drew McIntyre in the ring, and basically he says about him winning the championship, and then basically says if you want some, come get some. And Roderick Strong comes out. I really like him. He's so sweet. But basically he comes out and says he doesn't care about anything, just his family and the title, which is really contradicting because a few weeks before with Bobby Roode, he didn't care about the title. He just wanted to beat up Bobby Roode. So make your mind up. And then backstage, Bobby Roode just says he wants a rematch. I believe it's with Roderick Strong. Apparently our rider's on the way without food. Exciting. Then we have Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott. So once again, Peyton Royce doing all the dirty work. I'd say Peyton Royce is probably the better wrestler out of the two. Anyway.
She's the more dominant one, I think.
Yeah, I think that's why Billie Kay stays aside. But I was thinking about it. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce have been there since like Sasha Banks and that went up.
Yeah, it's been their ages.
Yeah, and everyone's kind of surpassed them, so I think they kind of know they're a bit shit. Peyton Royce wins, but only because Billie Kay like proper kicked Ruby right in the face. But it was actually pretty decent for Peyton. Then William Regal has an interview about the attacks. He thinks it's what's his name? Adam Cole. Yeah, him. I think he thinks it's him. And then Cassius Ohno comes in and says he wants a no DQ match with Hideo Itami. He just interrupts halfway.
He's like, I don't care about your interview.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, then we had Heavy Machinery versus Jobbers. Then William Regal and Lars Sullivan. Oh, because Lars has been going around like beating up people. He basically said there are consequences for this. Like William Regal tells him that and says you're going to have a 3-on-1 handicap match next week.
Oh, I like the handicap matches.
Yeah. But when Ruby Riott asked for a handicap match, William said, that's something I can't do.
I think you finally just did, babes.
Yeah. So then Bobby Roode had a rematch with Roderick Strong. Roderick wins. We had Thank You Bobby when he came out, but very quiet. Although the crowd did go crazy throughout the whole match. And at the end, Drew McIntyre comes out and stares Roderick Strong down, but from the end of the ramp. Roderick's in the thing. He's like, yeah. And then Adam Cole and friends come out and attack Drew McIntyre.
And friends.
That's why I kept writing to put on to write. What's his name? Bobby Fish and thingy something. Yeah, I've got the names down later because I have a match. But yeah, Adam and friends attack.
So attack soon then.
Yeah. So then we go on to September the 5th. CN goes against a guy called Caesar Brownie or something like that.
That sounds like a good weird cake.
I know.
Can have Caesar Brownie.
And CN's lady friend was on commentary. She was actually decent. She can talk. Fun fact. But CN wins. It was a decent match, but that's all I have to say about that. William Regal backstage. He's really liked his backstage. At least he's got an office and not a curtain.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot better.
Progress.
Yeah. And he basically says Adam Cole and friends are only allowed to compete, not attack people. However, this threat does not carry out very well because they still attack people.
Oh.
So then,
no.
this last Sullivan handicap match was just 3 jobbers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was fun. It lasted about 40 seconds. Then No Way Jose comes out and basically gets up in his face and he's like, this is not how it works. And then Lars beats up No Way Jose. Yeah. Then Sanity have a message to Adam Cole and friends. Basically says they don't care who they are, they'll get them. But it was a really dodgy video. I feel like he was like, at first I thought he'd been trapped in a car boot and he was like, but he wasn't. But it looked really dodgy, so I don't understand. Oh, we had a Sonya Deville promo, so I feel like she is going to end up as #1 contender soon because they're talking about what they're going to do with the title because Asuka's gone, and she made this whole thing about there's a reason Asuka never challenged me because I was going to beat her. I should be #1 contender. The only thing I like about
Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya. She's got that catchphrase and she says, "Hair up or shut up" or something, or get up, hair up and get up or something. I can't remember what it is, but basically she's got quite a nice saying. I feel like that could go on the top.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be our food. But yeah, we had Zida versus Sonya. But it was a really shit match because they just were grabbing each other like a lot of the match, and it was really shit.
Weird.
Yeah, but Sonya wins via submission. So yeah, Ruby Riott comes to William Regal and says, I'd like a handicap match with Billy and Peyton, and William Regal's like, that's not something I can do.
Although there was a handicap earlier that night.
Yeah, and basically he's like, oh, but if you find a tag team partner, you can have a tag match. So yeah, they can have a tag match, but not a handicap match. Cassius, Ono, and Hideo Itami have a no DQ match. Cassius wins with giving Hideo Itami a low blow, and then he can pin him. Everyone was like, is that even legal? Yes, it's a DQ. It's a DQ. So yeah.
You can't get disqualified, what are you on about?
Yeah. Is that even legal? Yes, it's no DQ. It was like literally like that. It's like, know what you're watching. Know what you're watching. So yeah, then Asuka appears for the first time since Takeover because she's been injured with a broken collarbone. And then just comes out and says, I'm grateful for NXT. I love NXT, and just says it over and over again. And I'm like, where are you going with this? And then William Regal's just like, oh yes, we're in negotiations with Raw and SmackDown. I feel like that was our food. Oh yeah, it's here. 1 second, I'm going to get KFC. I feel like you're struggling to find a house. Right, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, yes. Cheers. I feel like he was really struggling to find a house. But, right, I'll sort that out in a second. Oh yeah, they put the chips in popcorn boxes.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, anyway, so...
Should we say that?
Yeah, we got KFC. Yeah,
Oscar.
yeah, Oscar. So basically, they're like, yeah, we're in talks with Raw and SmackDown, so she must give up the title. And then everyone's like, thank you, Oscar, and it goes on for ages. And then Ember Moon comes out, and then well, she goes to shake her hand, and she's like, psych, and then she hugs her, and you can tell they're actually really close friends because they were like nearly crying. It's not like, I don't think it's the friendship like the Four Horsewomen, but it was quite nice to see that, because Ember Moon hasn't been there that long.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she comes out and they hug for ages, and the crowd's like, and I'm just like, you're not in character again, what is this? And then someone walks out with Triple H, and he's got a load of flowers, and then Triple H gives her flowers, and they put her hand up, and everyone's like, thank you, Oscar. And then the whole like fucking roster comes out. Bearing in mind, all the women go first. Anyone who's been in like the Mae Young thing, and then they've all come out, and then you've just got the men come out a bit later, like behind her, like, we're taller than the women. And they just stand there clapping, and I'm just like,
she went like,
why? Yeah, you're not that great. And Bobby Roode. Why did Bobby Roode not get this? It just stresses me out that Bobby Roode. The glorious Bobby Roode.
They could have done so much of that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone could come out in robes and everything.
Yeah. They're like, guys.
They could have been a choir.
Yeah. They could have given him a choir. There could have been some. Like, at least a thank you, Bobby. Like, everyone fucking gets that. Everyone loved Bobby Roode, and he got nothing. I don't understand. Oh, he's only just leaving. Okay, so then... Next week, shush, we're trying to film. So the 13th of September on the NXT, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay end up getting the handicap match because Ruby Riott decides to not find a tag team partner. So the match goes on as it is, and the commentary are like, is this a risk she's willing to take? Yes, it is. I'm not sure if it's a good risk though. It might not be, but it might pay off. But there was a woman ref. Oh, they had a woman ref. Nice. She was decent. Right, it's weird getting used to it because you know, like the men are always like, get off her hair. She's like, get off her hair. But I mean, she was quite like broad anyway. Like she was quite like, so she could handle herself if someone whacked her in the face. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I could tell. I think you could kind of tell. I think she was like an ex-wrestler who didn't make it. So she's rare.
Yeah.
But she seemed pretty decent. Like doing her thing. So yeah, we had a woman ref, and then halfway through the match, Nikki Cross appears. I love Nikki Cross. She hasn't been there for ages. I don't know what happened to her. So she turns up, and because she doesn't like Peyton and Billie either, she doesn't like Ruby Riott very much either. But so then. Nikki Cross decides to randomly just tag herself in.
Oh, nice.
So, so yeah, she goes in. I can't remember who she hits now. Did I write it? No, she did some of the match, and she basically, I think she knocked Billie Kay out or something.
Is that legal?
Is that legal? They pretty much said that too. They're like, what's she tagging herself in? It's like, technically it was a tag match, so... Yeah.
Bacon appeared.
Yeah, so Nikki Cross comes in, beats him up, tags herself out, and leaves the building.
Nice.
So Ruby Riott just comes in and she's like, what the fuck's going on? And then just pins her, and then for the rest of the end of the match, she just stand there for ages like, what?
Yeah. What's going on?
Ruby played it off really well. I thought she's still fucking annoying, but she played it off really well. She was just looking around like, where has she gone and what did she just do? And all the commentary was like, oh my god, she's still confused. No Way Jose is backstage and he's talking about Lars again. He's just like, this is not the way we play it in an NXT. Like, I'm going to show him how it's done. Right, who did Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa go against? Not last takeover, the takeover before that. I can't remember
what this moment's called.
No, they're not the Samoans.
Authors of Pain.
No. Basically, there was another tag team. I can't remember their name, but I know their names. It's Riddick and the other guy that he goes, and Tino.
Sabatelli.
Yeah. I can't remember their tag team though. Maybe they don't have a tag team now.
That's nice.
Because it didn't get mentioned in all this, but basically, Johnny Gargano, there's a backstage segment a few before, where basically they come up to Johnny Gargano and go, "Oh, we're pretty much the reason that you and Tommaso Ciampa broke up. You should be back in the tag team because you suck on your own." And he's like, "No." So basically, they end up having a match because Johnny was like, "Well, I'll go against either one of you and prove to you that I can compete on my own." So Johnny won, but basically, he got like hit or something, like near the end of the match. I can't remember what happened, but he started acting like really out of it and dazed and like.
Oh, maybe a concussion.
Well, no, because he's back the next week and acting the same. But it's something to do with his character. I don't understand because they just keep going. He seems so confused and all this. It's not really explained.
It's because he's missing his other half.
Yeah, he misses his other half. But yeah, he won, but he acted weird and he's not been himself since. Then we had the Street Profits versus the Ely Brothers. Ely Brothers are being compared to like the Usos and that at the moment. They're nothing like them. Every time they come down, they're like, "Well, the Usos are twins, so these guys are twins. They're gonna be great like the Usos, and the Nikki and Brie Bella, they're twins, so there's room for them in the company." Like it was pretty much that. But I tell you what, I really like Street Profits, and the crowd seems to start liking them too. Yeah, they need to get rid of the cup. But other than that, they're really good because they're actually really good technically as well. So.
Well, Peyton got rid of her flower, so hopefully.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? Yeah, maybe that's why she's a little bit better. But yeah, I like the Street Profits. So it'd be a shame if they go up because I don't think the personality's there, but the whole gimmick's there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the gimmick's ready to go up. But I don't think they are. So if they go up too early,
they'll just be,
they need to wait.
Well, I say hookers. That's not what I'm looking for. Jobbers. What?
Yeah.
Hookers? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do like them. I think they're quite good. So we have Wolfgang versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship match. It was really shit.
Oh.
It was a shit match. They were just grappling the whole time until near the end. I ended up skipping through it. I got really bored. Pete Dunne won. And then Adam Cole comes out, which is quite interesting because this is the UK Championship that usually kind of stays on its own.
Yeah.
Like they go in and out of each other. Everyone who's the contender wrestles other people, but they kind of stay in their own little circle. But Adam Cole and friends come and attack Pete Dunne. So that was quite fun. So then when Wolfgang gets back up, I think Wolfgang's a really weird name for a wrestler. But when he gets back up, he helps, and then they all kind of attack Wolfgang, and Pete Dunne like walks out, and everyone's like, "No, you're leaving him alone." And then he comes back, but turns out he only comes back to get his championship back. And then walks out, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And that was brilliant. That was like the best part of the whole thing, though. But yeah. So then we go on to the 20th of September, which is the latest NXT. This was literally
2 days ago.
2 days ago. So we started off with Johnny Gargano with Tino Sabatelli. Johnny Gargano won. He was acting weird again, but I don't understand it. So then we had William Regal and Roderick Strong. And Roderick basically asked for it. He literally just walks in and he goes, "Can I have a championship match?" And William Regal goes, "Yes, you deserve it." That was it. Like he literally, like it was a bit longer than that. But Roderick was like, "I've tried really hard. I've done everything you've asked. Can I have a championship match?" And William was like, "Yes, you've tried really hard. You've done everything you should. Blah blah blah. Here's a championship match." And I was just like, it's never that easy for anyone else.
No.
Ever. So then we had Lacey Evans and Bianca. How do we say it? Can't remember. But she whips her hair.
It probably makes whip noise.
Yeah, I reckon it hurt. I reckon she got bruised. But I mean, I quite like Lacey Evans anyway, because she comes out in a dress and then whips her skirt off, and then she's got like a onesie and she's like, "I'm a wrestler." That's the kind of thing I'd do if I was a wrestler. It's so me. But I really like her, and like she hasn't got much of a personality, but the wrestling skills are slightly there, so it's kind of like
fancy that.
Yeah, and Bianca, she's one of the newbies from the Mae Young Championship, and she was pretty damn good, so I hope she does quite well. I don't know who's won. Is it finished?
Yeah, it's some Chinese pirate princess.
Oh, her!
Yeah.
I think I've seen clips of her. I didn't think she was that great.
Just try and replace Oscar, didn't they?
Yeah, she's got nice costumes. But
I thought it looked a bit handmade.
yeah, it does. Very heavy.
Yeah.
I quite like it all. But yeah, she was at the front when Oscar left. She was like, Oscar!
She's like, yes, I'm taking your place, bitch.
But to be fair, a lot of them do come up. Like half the UK Championship's been in there now.
Yeah.
So, like that Wolfgang was from UK Championship as well. We've had that other guy. What's his name? He was in it all before. I can't
Tyler
remember.
Bate.
No. The other guy ended up having a match. He was the proper like London geezer. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he was there too. But yeah, I really like this Bianca girl. She seemed quite cool. There was also a promo with this Australian girl, and I didn't like her. She couldn't talk shit, so she can go bye bye. I didn't even write it down because I thought I can't forget that. Then we had Aleister Black. He comes out and says he knows what he's got to do next in NXT because he's been a bit quiet for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then the Velveteen Dream comes out, and I'm still not sure on him. He's a decent wrestler, but I'm still not sure on him. And he's only had a few matches, but the crowd went crazy when he came out. And I feel like this feud might actually really work because Velveteen Dream, his gimmick, you think you're a bit shit, but he's actually very good at what he does. And so he came out and got all right up in Aleister Black's face and was like, I don't see any scars and all this. I don't see you being injured and all this. I think it's got to do with what Aleister was his kind of thing is. Like he's like, oh
yeah, his character.
Yeah. And Aleister Black does his kick thing and sits on the floor. And
He's having a stroke.
yeah, Velveteen Dream got right down on his knees and right into his face. And I thought he was going to kiss him. It was just the way he did it, and it's the way he dresses, you think. Yeah, and then he literally slid back through the ring and got out, and the whole crowd was like, like that, and he just kind of stared at him and walked away. But the whole crowd was like, so apparently this is a good thing. It'll be interesting. I feel like it would work because they could both talk as well. So
Yeah.
I feel like this would be good, but the crowd was like, I was like, okay, I don't get this, but okay. So then No Way Jose and Lars Sullivan had a match. It wasn't very long. Lars Sullivan pretty much won straight out. It's really sad for No Way Jose.
Yeah.
We then had Tyler Bate and Trent Stanton. That's his name. The guy that trained him. And that's how I found out that he trained him. Because that's when they came out on here and I was like, hey, he trained him. And Kyle...
Is that legal?
Yeah, is that legal? And then Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Adam Cole was accompanying.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep. See, I know I wrote it down.
Adam and friends.
Adam and friends. But Adam wasn't wrestling. I don't think Adam's actually wrestled yet, has he?
No.
Yeah. So O'Reilly and Fish win. And then Drew McIntyre comes out at the end. No, I thought Tyler Bate and Trent won. Apparently not, because I wrote it down. And so then Drew McIntyre comes out at the end, his music's like, rah! Everyone's like, woo! And he kind of stares down the guys and gets them into the ring. And then they get out of the ring, and then Sanity are behind them, and Sanity attack them, and then everyone just attacks them. And that was the end of NXT. That's like the longest NXT review I've ever done.
Yeah.
I have KFC waiting, man.
What have you done?
I know. Anywho, NXT was decent, but I feel like NXT is going a bit too round in circles at the moment. I'm not that thrilled with it. Anywho, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Tweet some more.
Follow us, like, support below.
Bye.